Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 26 with the Colorado Rockies. So before we get started with the series, ground rules first. If you watched Friday's episode, the White Sox series, you kind of already know where I'm going with this, but let's lay it all on the line. This is going to be what I'm calling in my head my homegrown and second chance Colorado Rockies team. We are not allowed to have any player at all that has major league experience for anybody but the Colorado Rockies. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start deleting people. Deleting contracts, I should. Not deleting people, not like taking them out back and shooting them. We're just removing their contracts. Unless the only team they've ever played for is the Rockies. So that's item number one. During free agency, we cannot sign any player unless they're a minor leaguer or have no prior major league experience. I'm going to try not to pick up the international free agents. I feel like that's a little bit too easy, but that is a possibility. Lastly, international amateurs are completely fine. I mean, international professionals are the ones you need to think about. So, well, that being said, we're going to max out our development budget. We're just going to do a casual 40 million. Don't worry, we will fix this. Don't get salty with me, game. 27, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And actually, I should start removing contracts, shouldn't I? So, other than that, it's going to basically be what we've always done. Hey, look at that. I think it remembered, didn't it? It did. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to go and turn on commissioner mode because I need to start clearing contracts. Here we go. All right. So we're going to look, and I shit you not, at every single player on the Major League roster. Bradley Blaylock, you play for the White Sox. You are set free. Where is your contract? If I uncheck Major League contract, does his contract disappear? It does, so we're just going to go ahead and release him. Done. Ryan Feltner. You get to stay. You are a Colorado original. You just stay with the team. Hey, he's from Hudson, Ohio. That's not far from where I grew up. Wild. Kyle Freeland is Mr. Rocky, of course, so he can stay. Gabriel Hughes has never played in the Major Leagues before, so he's okay. German Marquez. He's an original Rocky. Scott Alexander. Up. Sorry, mate. Hate to do that to you, but you are now on a minor league contract. And that was Scott Alexander, right? Yeah. You now have no contract, and I can release you. Done. Jake Bird. You're okay. Wait, right? Yes. Seth Halverson is okay. Jimmy Herget up. How dare you be a slut and play for any team other than mine? So Halverson, you can be released. Kinley is another guy. Oh, I don't have to leave the screen, do I? Minor league. Actions, transaction, release player. Dealt with. Anthony Senzatella. He can stick around, I guess. Victor Vodnik. He did play for a team other than Colorado, but he didn't make the majors with them, so we can keep him. Anthony Molina. Classic. Okay, pitchers, done. Hitters, Hunter Goodman. Safe. Jacob Stallings. Uh-oh. Sorry, brother. I'm sure he's devastated, right? He's absolutely devastated by the fact he's not trapped with the Rockies anymore. He's like, what if I get to go to a real major league team? Wouldn't that be something? Chris Bryant. I'm sorry, my guy. Your search of the Colorado Rockies will long be remembered. Maybe, but you are deleted. You could argue this is maybe giving me a bit of a hint, a bit of a handout, but I think it's equally important to remember that we're still a long ways away from the major leagues, so I don't think this is going to change all that much. Keston Hiura, nope. You're another slut. You played for a different team. Michael Toglia. Please tell me I get to keep you. That's an amazing name. You're safe. Kyle Farmer. Oh, hell no. You've got way too long career with other teams. That's not on. We can't have that now, can we? If there's any Colorado Rockies fans in the chat, do let me know if you're being like devastated because your favorite player is going to get cut. Probably not, but I don't know what your deal is. Ryan McMahon, you get to stay. Welcome. Ryan Ritter, you can stay. Ezekiel Tovar can stay. Sam Hilliard cannot stay. You played for the Atlanta Braves, so you're literally dead to me. Sam Hilliard can go. What about Brenton Doyle here? What's his deal? He can stay. Sean Bouchard. You can stay. Mickey Moniak. Nope. So long, farewell, and I wish you the best in your future Major League endeavors. Alright, that is 10 Major League players that are gone. Oh, but we're not done. Now I need to look at every single player in the minor leagues until you confirm that they have not played for other teams. Blake Adams is fine. Chase Dollander is fine. Jack O'Loughlin is not fine. He played for the Athletics. Get out of here. You might have played for somebody else on Hell Chivilli. No, you didn't? Okay. Galbraith. Major League only, please. There you go. Tana Gordon. Okay. Mason Green is fine. You know what? If I look at minor leagues, put me on the batting stats page. Scope MLB. Career. There we go. This is going to be much easier to tell. All right, Diego Castillo. Looks like you have Major League experience, and it's not for us. See ya. Angel Chile, we've already looked at his experiences with the Rockies, so that's okay. Lucas Galbraith is only for us. Gilbreth is only a Rocky. He is Rocky till he dies. Tana Gordon is okay. Evan Justice, what a fucking name. You know what? I know he sucks. That's still an amazing name. His parents chose well. His parents chose well. Luis Peralta. Wait a minute. Okay. I thought I saw Pitt. I think he played for Pittsburgh, but then went elsewhere. So you're okay. Jaden Hill. You're okay. Austin Nola. Oh, you better believe you're gone. We're going to delete your contract first, but you gone, my friend. I wish you well. I hope you enjoy the remainder of your career, but it will not be as a Colorado Rocky. Goodbye, Austin Nola. Drew Romo might get to stick around. I know Owen Miller. I can tell you for a fact he's not because he played for Cleveland. And he was pretty piss poor at it, too. I love Terry Francona. I think he's one of the best things that happened to the Cleveland organization. But his obsession with guys like Owen Miller just boggles the fucking mind. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about Owen Miller. I can tell him to pound sand. So pound sand he shall. He will pound all of the sand. He's going to be like, damn, that's a lot of sand. He's going to be like fucking Anakin Skywalker. Tyler Freeman, also a Guardian. Sorry, Tyler, you're looking for a new start, but it's not going to happen, mate. You gone. Aaron Shunk, I don't know. Looks like he's only a Rocky. Okay. Adael Amador is only a Rocky. Okay. Jordan Beck, only a Rocky. Nick Martini is unworthy. He is scum. He is literal trash for having ever played for a different team. Okay. Guys, we did it. We have purged all the unbelievers. We have ended the heresy of not playing for the Colorado Rockies. Let's fucking go. Alright, so how bad is it? Oh no. Oh, excuse me. We have all of these guys. You're okay. You're not okay. Get out of here, Tyro. Austin Gomber? That can't be his real name. I apologize. I'd led you to believe that the heresy had been purged, but a few heretics were hiding out on the injured list. Disgusting. And I can't look at stats on the injured list, which is really a bummer. Undisclosed injury, yeah, he got his dick caught in something. That's clearly what happened here, right? Hope, McMahon, Amoroso, McKillican, that's a pretty solid name. Herrera, Amener, Kaminska, Casilla, Reyes. Now, the unbelievers are gone. We never have to worry about them ever again. We did it. We fucking did it. Alright. Next step. We got to fill out a roster now. Gotta fill out a lot of rosters. Yeah. All right. So now that we've done that part, okay. So a couple other ground rules here. Where's my? Oh, you just put this in a weird place. Don't do that. I mean, I guess I do care about both of my minor league team, which is fair. I will be. What I'm gonna do is for one time only. I'm going to let the AI set the initial minor league roster, and then I will control it the rest of the time. Nobody else will ever get to use the minor league roster but me. I will decide who gets promoted and when they get promoted. So you're going to get a chance to see my process there. We have a lot of spaces on the 40 man. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start cruising free agency. We're going to look for minor league free agents, people that have never played the major leagues. We're going to give them contracts. John Beller, great example. Oh, sorry. I need to turn off commissioner mode. I've done all the commissionering that I'm going to do. John Beller, have a contract. Josh Winder, you have Major League experience. You cannot be signed. Some of these are old friends that we just literally cut just now. Tyler Herb, you know what? Yes. The Herbinator, come be a Rocky. Elahuris Montero actually used to play for me. I didn't cut him just now, did I? Interesting. I mean, we could bring him back. We could be like, what if he came back to this club? We're not going to do that. Chirinos we can sign. Sear we can't. Enlo we could. We could do that. We could offer him a contract. Let's go and offer Mr. Montero here a contract. I don't think that's unreasonable. I'm not giving him a 4-year contract. That's fucking stupid. We gave you a 1-year deal. How about that? How about we max out scouting and player development budgets? How about we do that? So I do 44 million. That should default to where it needs to be. Scooting. 27, almost 57 million. That would have been embarrassing. There we go. And I still have $11 million to spend, so we can keep looking. Funkhauser, I know, has played for other teams. Mr. Kyle Gogolski is okay. Okay. Grandal is a nope. Cooper McKeon is not a nope. We can offer him a contract. Avila used to play for the Rockies, but not recently. Shame. Jeff Bain can join us. He can have a contract of his very own. I'm not going to go too crazy on these. I just want more warm bodies in the minor leagues. And this is a good way to get them. Jaime Barria, nope. CJ Cron, nope. David Dahl, nope. Ray Garrett, yep. We can have a Ray Garrett as a treat. Sam Gaviglio, maybe. Nope. Spencer Howard, nope. Pete Lambert, nope. Actually, Pete Lambert might be okay. We might be able to bring him back. He has indeed only ever played for the Rockies, so we could bring back Pete Lambert. That is an acceptable decision to make. You can have a 1-year major league contract, I suppose. Austin Meadows, nope. Anthony Rizzo, nope. Jesus Rodriguez probably is fine. Vogelbach, nope. Belt, nope. Voth, nope. Briner Banaki? Sure. Trey Cabbage, not a real cabbage, had that on good authority. Nope, nope. Kyle Farmer already knows a nope. Jason Fiorentino. He's okay. We can bring him along. Jesse Franklin, a friend from the White Sox series. We could bring him on, I guess. He never got a chance with the White Sox. Maybe in this version he'll be amazing. Probably not. Joey Gallo, nope. Christopher Gonzalez, we can sign up. Derek Holland, hard nope. Evan Lee, nope. Khalil Lee, nope. Eddie Leonard, yes. Yes, we can. I'm offering so many contracts, you guys. This is peak baseball right here. Like, can you hold a bat in the correct direction? You can. You're in. You're absolutely in. Jason Martin. Nope. Brendan McKay is a nope. Nomar Medina is probably fine. We can have ourselves a Nomar Medina. Sure. Once you get out of the yellows, then I'll stop. Anderson Munoz, we can add on. We can bring him along. Sure. The West Parsons Project, nope. Ramon Rosso, nope. Yadiel Sanchez is yes. We can try him out. Yes. Hey, what up? Oh, right, Chris Bryant. We can't have him. Bummer. Bryhan's Burrito, absolutely. Welcome to the team. It's nice to have you here. Bradley Blaylock, nope. Willie Calhoun, nope. Stanley Consuegra, amazing. What a fantastic name. Welcome to the team. Ronnie Garcia is a nope. Domingo Herman is a definite nope. Robbie Grossman is a nope. Josh Lester is a nope. Carlos Luna is not a nope. Okay. Bernie Martinez, we know of this name as well. An old friend from the White Sox days. We can bring him along. Oh, yeah. Wow. What a fucking bastard. Like, no, fuck you. You know what? Fuck you first, buddy. I hope your arm gets caught in a corn thresher. Yeah. You heard me. Wow. Literal opportunity handed to you on a silver platter, and you just casually say, "Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. You are human scum." Wait, Marcelo Martinez is a former... Oh, other Rockies. Yeah, you can come out, hang out. Already gave him an offer. Oops. Mujica is a yes if we want him. Because he did play for the Rockies. It is true. Okay. Muller, nope. Otero, nope. Maybe. You know what? 32 years old, I think you've earned a chance to rot in AAA and never make the major leagues. Okay. I'm literally running out of money, so I think I need to stop. So I will. Except for Junior San Quentin, who seems like he might be okay. We can We can give him a free contract as a treat. All right, guys, I think this is a beautiful team. So many amazing players offered contracts. I'm just gonna sim forward a little bit. Oh, the fans are bummed about losing Chris Bryant. Well, he should try sucking less. So we gotta start opening day roster. I was hoping some of these guys would have signed by now. If they haven't, that creates some interesting possible. Okay, here we go. We got the people. We got it. All right, amigos. Oh, Jesse Franklin wants more money. Anderson Munoz wants more money. Look, you guys got what you were offered. If you don't take it, then you can go to hell. All right? That's where we are. Okay. Let me do this right quick. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we need to do in order to make this team Major League legal. I need 4 pitchers. Ideally, one of them a starter. Chase Dollander. I know this is probably a terrible idea, but I literally just need somebody who is competent. Welcome to the team. I need at least 3 more players, 3 more pitchers. Sean Beller, you're in. Angel Chivilli, you're in. And let's get Tyler Herb, too. Why the fuck not? Let's take an absolute legend and give him a chance in the major leagues. Okay. Pitching staff is set. I'll worry about who does what when in a minute. Lineup. I need a catcher. Drew Roma, welcome to the big leagues. I need a second baseman. Do I have a second baseman? I have Nick Kent, who is capable of playing second base. I don't care how terrible you are, you're in. Actually, Ryan Berger can probably play second. He plays it pretty well. I didn't really need him. Oh well. I need at least 3 outfielders. So what do we got in the outfielder range? Let's do Zach Veen. Let's do. I could do Adael Amador. Maybe. Maybe. That's probably better than Nick Kent, right? Yeah. Sorry, Nick. He's like, I made the major league. Oh. Amador is just better. Still need 2 outfielders. Hey, look, it's Sterling Thompson. What if I did make you my left fielder? What if that happened? Let's do it. We can have Jordan back as a treat. And what do I need? I need a second baseman, which is going to be Amador. Let me just slide him over to second real quick. I need one more hitter. Ideally, a quality DH. Zach Kokoska, welcome to the club. All right, we did it. Okay. Now, one last time, configure this. For the rest of the series, I will decide when people get promoted. I will decide when people get demoted. Those will all be my decisions. Is there anybody that is so terrible I just need to get rid of them? Yes. Jake Bird and Jimmy Herget. They are not worth my time. let's do Jeff Bain, and let's do Marcelo Martinez. This is our official pitching staff. It's not great, but we're gonna make the best of it. Okay. All right, step one. Who is the best starting pitcher that I've got? It's Tyler Herb. Welcome to the Colorado Rockies. You're our new ace. Then Jeff Bain. Then Ryan Feltner. Then Gabriel Hughes. And then probably Herman Marquez. That's dealt with. Does anybody on this team have even a little bit of stuff? Probably not. Nope. You know what's gonna happen here? It's gonna be wild. First of all, Dollander, you're the emergency starter and the long reliever. Antonio Senzatella, you're gonna be a long reliever. Who also does some middle relief when I need you. Do any of you have even the slightest bit of strikeout ability? I think that's a hard no. It is possible my scouting director is just awful, but he's the best I got for right now. He's not awful. He's just really bad. Yeah, we're going to need to replace him. Probably... Do I fire him now? I think maybe I do fire him now. We need a great scouting director. If we're going to have any chance at all of being a top-tier team, we need amazing scouting. And that means Drew Toussaint. Let's make it happen, guys. He's also a favorability guy, so we might be able to see how he performs versus some of the others we've had. That's pretty exciting. Okay, back to the pitching staff, which you don't really trust very much because it sucks. Really bad. I think we just kind of... I think Anthony Molina has at least some upside, so I think Molina becomes a closer just because somebody has to do it. Were any of you guys really, really good last year? Most of you were not. Most of you were kind of sussy. God, Anthony Molina sucked last year too. Oh dear. Victor Vodnik, I think you can be the setup guy because somebody has to do it, and then we're gonna do middle relief across the board. Alright, that's fun. This is your opening day pitching staff. I know it sucks. We're in Colorado. Pitching is not how we win games. Pitching is just how we exist. Nope. Nuke them all. Alright, who is the best hitter on the team? Who is the best over... Wait a minute. You're trying to hide Babbitt from me. How dare you, sir? How frickin' dare you? It's around here somewhere. Is it in global settings, maybe? It's there. Show Babbitt on player pages. Oh, I know why. It's because we're looking at the lame default view and not my quality default view. I want this batting ratings. Here we go. Alright. Do we have anybody who would be a high-quality leadoff guy? I mean, I hate to put a rookie in that kind of position. So okay, first of all, who is our cleanup guy? Let's start with that. It's either Doyle or it's McMahon. I like McMahon hitting third, and I like Doyle hitting cleanup. That's what we're gonna do. Doyle could also hit second if that's something we feel passionate about. He's really fast. You know what? Let's let him go ahead and hit second. That's the right call, I think. All right, Doyle and McMahon set. I think Amador becomes my leadoff hitter because I don't really have any better possibilities, do I? Sterling Thompson, maybe. I feel like that's asking too much. I feel like Sean Bouchard is our fifth hitter, or is our cleanup guy, maybe. I think he's okay at that role. I think we can put him there. So who leads off? I think it's obvious, and I think it has to be Amador. I don't love it, but I think it's the right choice. Now, Drew Romo has everything going for him as a catcher except for the fact that he's completely worthless with anything other than singles and the occasional double. I don't think it's a good idea to put him that high in the lineup. So I need a left fielder. I need a DH. I definitely need a DH. For left field, let's go ahead and pick Starlin Thompson, but let's go ahead and bat him later in the lineup. Let's bat him like seventh, maybe. I think Michael Toglia is our DH. Well, I guess he can just play first base. I didn't think that we didn't have a first baseman. Oh yeah, we have Kokoska. He can be our DH. So, Mr. Kokoska, you're going to be our hitter that is designated to hit. There we go. Then we're going to assign Ezekiel Tovar to be our shortstop and hit eighth. Who is left? Which position have I not yet filled? I have not yet filled... I must be brain dead. What position am I missing? Left, center, right, DH, first, second, third, short. Catcher! Drew Romo is probably too good to be hitting this all in the lineup, but I want him to get used to the vagaries of the major leagues. So I think having him at ninth is reasonable. All right, let's set up our depth chart. I'm gonna try not to automate anything. I'm gonna try to make all my own decisions, and we'll see how that works out for us. So Hunter Goodman is the catcher. Kokoska backs up at first. That's fine. Ryan Ritter only plays second and short. I don't have a backup third baseman. That may be a mistake. What if he just learned how to play third? What if we just made him learn the position? What if we did that? Okay. I don't need both Zach Veen and Jordan Beck. I need another middle infielder that I can trust. Hey, it's old home week, right? It's what if we just took all these guys and said, hey, yo, what if you played in the majors? I think Kyle Karros is a legitimate, decent choice. But I like Aaron Schunk better, so we're going to get rid of... It doesn't really matter if it's Veen or Beck. It's Beck. And then we're going to let Aaron Schunk be our secondary infielder. I still want Ritter to learn third, but I don't want him to prioritize it over the other positions here. Aaron Schunk. Here we go. All right. I also want Mr. Ritter as a 40. Schunk is a 60. I want Mr. Schunk to be, if we need a defense replacement, he can come in and play second, while Amador learns the position. Mr. Tovar is perfectly adequate. Okay, in the outfield, it's just Zach V now. Oh. That's fine. Zach Veen is just going to have to learn how to play all the outfield positions as much as possible. Kokoska's the problem. Can he play the outfield? He can play the outfield. Okay. So Kokoska can help us out there too. There we go. I guess Hunter Goodman can be a DH. He can also play the outfield, so I think we're gonna be fine, no matter what we do. Okay. So then it's gonna be Veen and Veen. And then Kokoska. Definitely Hunter Goodman is my #1 pinch hitter. No question about that. Aaron Shunk is not bad. I like him better than my other choices here, so it's going to be Shunk. Then Veen. And then lastly, Ritter. Goodman is surprisingly fast for a catcher. I mean, I think any of them can be a guy here. I like Veen slightly more because he's really good at stealing. He's not just doing it off of pure speed. So I think we do Veen. And then I think we do Goodman. And then I think that's it. And then I just copy this over. I'm not messing with platoons this early on in the season. I know it said it is something that I said I would be doing. Honestly, everybody doesn't have a real sharp split that I can tell. So I think we're just going to deal with it. I think we're just going to see what happens and then make our decisions as time progresses. The next thing I want to do is, can I rebalance my scouting budget? Probably not. Nope. Bummer. Okay. That's it, I think. That is a thing that has happened. That is a thing that is now complete. We now have the Colorado Rockies. Are they a good team? Meh. They're not awful. I think there's some excitement here. I think there are some young players that have a chance to be really solid. I think Tovar and Amador are a beautiful start to an infield. I think Ryan McMahon is honestly an unsung hero. I think he is Mr. Rocky at this point, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm completely accepting of what he brings to the table. I think Brenton Doyle is a very talented young superstar. I think he's going to be probably the first guy that's going to get a contract for me. That's going to be an extension because I want him to be everything that we want him to be. I think the outfield isn't very good. I think the outfield definitely is a lot to be desired. Michael Toglia is either going to be outstanding or is going to be utter trash, and I don't know which yet. But we have time to figure all this stuff out. We have time to just see if we can score enough runs to make up for a pitching staff that is, let's face it, thoroughly underwhelming. Other than maybe Chase Dollander, who at least has some upside to him, all of these guys are just mid. They exist. They exist. Consider this. Our best pitcher, and it's not particularly close, is Tyler Herb. Tyler Herb fucking sucks. But maybe he doesn't completely suck. Maybe he has something to offer us as a baseball franchise. Okay. Let me do a quick taking stock of the minor leagues here for a second here. Okay. All right. There's nobody excessively old in the minor leagues, which is good. I mean, I lied to you. Ben McCabe is 25 years old. He's still in rookie ball. Even 24 and stuck in rookie ball is not ideal. Yeah. Even 23 isn't really that good. Let's just let all these guys get cut. Evan Justice, Evan Shawner, Jared Canday. Colin Baumgartner is 25, but I will let him stay. These guys, nah, you don't have anything to offer me. All right. Okay. My friends, let us advance time up to the end of March. Oh, I gave him a major league contract, didn't I? Maybe a mistake. Only plays first base. Well, what if I put you on the 40-man and then immediately sent you to the minor leagues? What if that happened? How would you feel about that? Oh, you have to clear waivers? I like you better than Kokoska, so Kokoska can go to the minor leagues. And Montero can just slide right in. I guess the secret benefit of Kokoska is that Kokoska can play the outfield, which you cannot. Can Michael Togley play the outfield? He can sort of handle the outfield, so maybe that's another way we can make that work. Backup at first base is gonna be Elahuris here. There we go. Wild stuff, guys. What do we have for contracts for next season? So I think Herman Marquez, we could probably move for something by the trade deadline. Peter Lambert, I want to see how he does, but I think there's a real world where he gets another year. I think. Yeah. How the fuck does my salary like skyrocket to 132 million? I mean, I know Bretton Doyle's contract's gonna spike. Toglia looks like he's supposed to get a nice big contract. What about Tovar and Amador? Amador is fine. Oh, Tovar's already been signed long term? I see. Okay. It's at a really good salary, so I'm not complaining about that in the slightest. Let's just play some baseball games, you know? What if we did that? What if we played baseball? Alright, all you guys cleared waivers. I am utterly unsurprised. Lambert, what is your problem? Oh, did I just sign you? I did just sign you, didn't I? I mean, you're probably better than Chivilli. So let's call you up. And then does Lambert get a rotation spot? I think he does, and I think he gets it over probably Gabriel Hughes. I think I'd rather let Lambert pitch there, and you can be a long reliever for me. All right, we're after it. We did it. We got the scouting director. Amazing. That's incredible. This should help us out a lot. And he's super young too, so I'm into it. I work well with everybody. Anything interesting happen here? Oh, this bullshit. Yeah, that's on me. I didn't turn off the scouting stuff. Nope. So let's quickly take stock of our new players and let's make sure things are going good. So the end of every 2 months, I'm gonna take stock of the minor leagues and we're gonna promote people based on their performance. Um, there you go. We did it. Let's go to the end of April. My goal is to be better than the real life Rockies. That's my goal. That is my only goal this season. Is can I win more games than the real Rockies? Okay. Let's talk for a second right now, okay? In this game, the Colorado Rockies are 13 and 17. This is what we call not very good, right? But take a quick look at old baseballreference.com. I'm recording this on Thursday, June 12th. Baseballreference.com. Okay, the real life Colorado Rockies right now are 12 and 55. They've won 12 games, and it is June. In this game, they have won 13 games, and April just ended. Guys, I think we're better than the real Rockies. I think we're better. Why am I not getting player development reports? What? Is that a thing you have to turn on? Now, like, do you have to actively turn on the player development report? Get players and teams. Don't disable anything. Why am I not getting player development reports? Am I dumb? Okay. I mean, I can just pull out the player development report manually, but there just isn't one. You just haven't done anything. What the fuck am I paying you for, man? Unreal. One of the things, by the way, this is a good time to talk about the minor league system report. This is a really handy way to get an overview and learn if people are maybe ready for promotions. So it's kind of a fun little thing we have as an option. So, yeah. We're just going to zip through May, too. And then we'll have... Okay, Brent Joel's going to miss 6 weeks. That's really unfortunate. Is there absolutely anybody who can handle center field without embarrassing themselves? I have a feeling the answer to this is a pretty solid no. GJ Hill is at least a competent defender, so I guess he makes it by default. It's not good. Mr. Tavar, I'm going to have unjustified faith in you to let you bat second so that GJ Hill can hit 8th. Okay. Keep it going, guys. Keep it chucking along here. Okay, Zach Veen is going to miss 3 weeks. Zach Veen's actually played fairly well in his limited playing time. This is a bit of a bummer. It's a bit lame, but okay. Yanquiel Fernandez is dominating in the minor leagues, I think it's time. I think it's 100% time for him to be called up. But he can't play center. That is most unfortunate. Can Bouchard play center? Bouchard is struggling kind of mightily here. What if we get wild? What if, for fun, we start Yankiel Fernandez instead? I mean, to be honest, all of my outfielders are kind of trash, besides Brett and Doyle's, so it doesn't really matter who the outfielder is if they can't hit the ball. It be like that sometimes. You know what? I know he can't really play center, but he's going to learn awful fast because somebody's got to back up in the outfield. This is the price we pay when we don't have a lot of major league quality depth. It's all going to be about how are the players doing. Even if they're fairly young. I don't care if we lose a lot of games. That's not my concern this season. My concern is seeing development and seeing who among our players is worthy of a constant spot. How's Yankiel Fernandez done? He is not doing terribly. I feel like Sean Bouchard is probably somebody we need to just give up on. Maybe. 212 plate appearances. The man is drawing walks. He's also striking out at a prodigious clip. He has basically no power. He's not hitting for contact. I just think it's not worth it. I think it's not worth him staying in the major leagues. Maybe a trip to AAA will cook him up a little bit. And fuck it. Yankiel Fernandez, you're in the major leagues. You're gonna play like a guy in the major leagues. And then Mr. Veen here can play all of the outfield positions. I also haven't even looked at how we're doing as a team. I'm trying not to get super reactionary, so I kind of want to just let things kind of cook for a little bit and then see where we actually are, what we need to do, and what we can do to make things a little bit better. Maybe. I mean, we're not the worst team in the National League. I think that has to be pointed out. Here we go. Marcel Martinez is gaining velocity. Charlie Condon is getting better at third base. Jordan Beck's getting better. Cole Carrig is getting better. I know who that is. Brody Brecht is getting worse. A bunch of people are making like minor moves in one direction or the other. Nobody's like really showing out yet. So it's June. We've had 2 full months. What's going on here? Ariel Amador is kind of rough. I think that's not a surprise. I think I'm a little annoyed he's not drawing more walks. But I think for a guy this young that has a potentially very bright future, I think we just let him ride it out. Tovar is showing power, which is nice. We're getting a pretty good amount of pop from him. We just need him to hit the ball more consistently. I think there's plenty here to like. It's whatever. Ryan McMahon is our best hitter by far, and that's kind of scary. Like, that's a little bit disappointing. I'm not going to complain. We do need good players, but that he is the best doesn't speak well for our team as a whole. Michael Toglia is okay. He's nothing otherworldly, but he's going to hit 20 bombs. That's pretty useful. That's a useful thing to have on your team. I mean, our best position player is probably Brett and Doyle. And he needs to come back. We need him desperately. Very desperately. Yeah, we're just bad at offense. We're bad at everything. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. Our bullpen is acceptable. Our bullpen isn't the worst. I mean, some of them are the worst, but yeah. I think we're shockingly good pitching, better than I expected, and I think we're much worse offensively than I expected. So, does anybody want Kyle Freeland? Is that a name that people are interested in taking? Remember, I can only trade for minor leaguers. I cannot trade for any other position. It's got to be a minor leaguer. Anybody want Kyle Freeland? Probably not. Not a single person. Okay. There's not much I can do with him either, is the tragedy. Like, I can't cut him. I've just got to eat his... I just got to let him keep pitching, even if I don't want him to. Maybe I hope that he gets injured. Look, Herman Marquez probably wants to get paid a lot of money, right? He just wants extension of existing salary. I think he's too rich for our blood. I think keeping him around is a mistake. That's not what I'm going to make. I am not even going to ask. Okay. Let us now go up to the draft combine. 8 weeks for Gabriel Hughes. That's unfortunate. Angel Chivilli, you know what, my friend? Let's get after it. And I do owe you some minor league movements, so let's make it happen. We're going to start at the DSL Rockies, and we're going to look at statistics. Nobody has played yet, so the DSL leagues I'm not even going to mess with. Understood. What about the ACL, maybe? We got some numbers for the ACL guys. And they're not terribly exciting. I feel like Ishmael Luciano can be promoted. I think that's probably okay. All right, look at the stats for A-Ball. Jesus Rodriguez is playing exceptionally well. All three of you look like you're playing pretty well. Let's go and promote you to high A. Okay, everybody else can kind of hang out. High A, what are we looking at statistically? I'm probably advancing people quicker than they should be, because I don't have a ton of data on anybody yet. I'm going to promote Palmquist and Cox. I think that's fair. I think Guerrero is fine. Yeah. Okay. Cole Carrig is vaporizing baseballs. To put up 3 wins in this few at-bats, he is more than ready for AAA. Get out of here. Michael Prosecki, probably not ready. Julio Carreras we can call up. If you're performing well enough to put up at least one more of value this early into the season, you're having a good year, and you deserve a promotion. Warming Bernabel can be called up. What is Michael Prosecki's deal? His ERA looks really bad, but it looks like you're rating him quite highly. Why is that? Oh, because you're striking people out at a very, very high rate, but you're also walking them. So that's interesting. What about AAA? How are things going statistically here? Is anybody just an utter dumpster fire? Not really. Okay. Now we're going to look at the minor league report, and we're going to see if they think I should make any other promotions. We think Tevin Tucker can't really handle AAA. I mean, he's barely played. I don't know how you can say he can't handle it, but he has very few at-bats even in AA, so I think sending him down is fine. I think a demotion for you is acceptable. We think Juan Castillo is overmatched at high A. I don't care what you had to say. Benny Montgomery, you can be promoted. I'm fine with that. Oh, he's injured. Okay. He'll be back in a day. We can talk to him again later on. You think Mr. Herrera here is ready to be promoted? That's fine. We can do that. Gabriel Lopez just kind of sucks, but we can just kick him down to, say, the Rookie League. And there we go. Dealt with. I know Juan Castillo looks overmatched. He's got to figure it out. He's 22 years old. A-ball should not be impossible for him. If it's that bad, he needs to be taken care of. Jesus Freitas doesn't have a ton of professional experience yet. I think sending him down is reasonable. But a 22-year-old, yeah. We think you're ready for AAA? Okay. And then I can't promote Benny Montgomery because why? Oh, because he's suspended. I think. Can I genuinely not promote you? Interesting. Okay. Well, I won't worry about it then. Yeah, Castillo, if you can't figure it out, you get traded. That's where we are right now. You know what? Fuck it. We trade you now. You have hit in rookie ball, but it's been empty batting average for the most part. Somebody might want you for something. And if they don't, then you can just languish in the minor leagues for all I care. Okay, nobody cares. Okay. Let's go up to the combine. All right. Where are we drafting this year? What is our draft dealie here? Draft order, that's the word I'm looking for. I've got to be picking top 5, right? 4? Okay. Coolio. Give me international scouting, you miscreant. No, just give me regular scouting. And then, where's the combine? There's draft watch list. There we go. All right. We want to get the very best players that we can possibly get our hands on. So, Holiday, Cerna, Wing, Sam, Canarella, Laviolette, Bremer, Stroman, Cunningham, Millar, Nevins, Hartman, Yost, Watson, Witherspoon, Franco, Parker, Deserva, Middleton. Middleton is too much. Okay. There we go. We simulate a singular day, a second day, Then we have Middleton, Scott, Slane, Witherspoon. Finish today. Remove Witherspoon and Yost. Add Anderson and Curley. Remove all of you. Pack, James, Phillips, Quinn, Arquette. And we did it. We finished with the combine. Okay. Angel Ruby. I mean, he's pretty terrible, but maybe we can make him less terrible. Maybe is a possibility, perhaps. I mean, I don't want you to play here either. The problem is that nobody wants you. Damn, GJ Hill got 3 home runs? That's wild. Yeah, I don't want you here either. I would love to trade you for literally any prospect of any description. My rule say I can't trade you for anybody else, so you're just gonna have to deal with it if you don't. Yeah, nobody wants you. What about half your salary? What if I did that? Does that get any interest? Does that make people go, no? 75% of your salary? Yeah, nobody wants you at all, bro, so you're gonna have to just shut the fuck up, okay? I know I said that I would try to do the off season too with these episodes. Um Probably not right now though. Tyler Herb is gonna miss 3 weeks. That's a bummer. Who is the most accomplished starting pitcher at this point? I think Gogolski gets called up. I also think God, really nobody is ready to be a starter, are they? Marcelo Martinez has some interest to me, but not a ton. Dollander has been quite bad. He's walking too many people, which is not great. Hell, maybe it's Glogoski. Maybe he gets the rotation spot. Because nobody here is like distinguishing themselves from a pitching perspective. So maybe we just don't worry about it. Alright. We get Brenton Doyle back. GJ Hill has actually legitimately been less terrible than you'd think, but he's still not that great. I think probably sending him. Okay, question is, I send him or Veen to the minors? Veen's actually hit fairly well in his limited playing time. I think GJ Hill can go back to the minors. And then Mr. Brenton Doyle, thank you for coming back. We've missed you terribly. Where do you play is a good question. Where do you hit, I mean? Um... Tovar is slugging. He does have some pop. Amador is fine. I feel like probably Doyle takes over for Amador. Maybe take a little bit of pressure off of Amador and we get something more interesting. Maybe. Let's go to the next month. Alright. I'm going to help. Quit your belly aching. I have nothing people want. Ryan McMahon, you dumb fucker. How dare you, sir? I mean, this is where you say he's going to be your all-star this year. Maybe don't give him so much shit. Completely fair. Like, that's a completely fair statement to make. Amador gets Rookie of the Month. That's interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. Molina's a little bit better. McMahon is better. Veen is better. I think Veen maybe needs to start. You've got to reward performance, and if he's performing, then I think he needs more opportunities. Let's wrap. Let me compare. Let's look at Sterling Thompson first of all. Sterling Thompson is not very good. Sterling Thompson is struggling. Fernandez is too, but he's not as bad. The thing is, Zach V might also just be lucky with a really small sample size. I think all of my outfielders suck. Is there a young man who is playing at a high level? I mean, Jordan Beck is playing pretty effectively in AAA. He's not like a megastar or anything, but I think he's probably earned some consideration for playing time. Anybody else just vaporizing baseballs in an exciting way? Kokoska is. He wouldn't be the worst outfielder either. I feel like he's probably better than Fernandez or Thompson. Let's replace Fernandez and let's call up Kokoska and let's let Kokoska play probably right field. Michael Toglia, you can be a cleanup guy, no problem. Montero, you can hit 6th, 5th. You can both move up. Mr. Kokoska, I'd like you to play right field for me, please. You're not amazing at it, but the plan is to just try to get a little bit better, right? Let's try to get a little bit better. We can play Veen more frequently. We can let Veen play maybe once every 5 games in the corners. I want to increase his playing time without giving him all the playing time until he's proven that he can handle it. Who's actually playing well this year? Ryan McMahon, Michael Toglia, and Elahiris Montero are all pretty decent. I think the heart of the order looks pretty good. I think Tovar has a long ways to go. I think Doyle, he just needs reps. I think Doyle's just really, really what's what I'm looking for? He's just really, really rusty. And letting him continue to develop is just going to make us a better team. I think Amador looks worse than he is. I think he's got decent power. I think he's got an okay batting eye. He just strikes out too much. He's also just not making solid contact. 254 BABIP is pretty low. I think maybe he's having a little bit of bad luck. But I still think I'm not going to give up on any of these guys entirely. Maybe Thompson. Maybe Thompson's have a lot to offer me. Drew Romo's job is to be a really good catcher. If he hits, great. But that's not what he's here for. How's Hunter Goodman? Is Hunter Goodman deserving of a larger role? Not so much. Yeah, I don't care. Peter Lambert's got a day-to-day injury. I can't really say that bothers me too much. Tyler Herb can make his triumphant return to the Colorado Rockies. That's exciting. I think Dollander needs to play in AAA. I think letting him pitch every day is more valuable to me than having just another guy. So, Glogowski, you're the new emergency starter. Yeah. A Dollander that plays every day in AAA is much more useful to me than a Dollander that just occasionally plays in the minor leagues. Charlie Condon has 21 home runs already. I think he's ready for the big leagues. If he's crushing, I mean, okay, first thing we need to consider, of course, it's a Pacific Coast League. They all hit really, really well. But he's probably earned at least the possibility of playing in the outfield, right? Like, Starlin Thompson sucks. I don't want to rush his clock, but I think if he still looks really good by about the trade deadline, I think we probably call him up. Give the fans something to get excited about, right? Give them a reason to wake up in the morning. All right, 4th overall draft pick. Don't fuck it up, guys. All right. No. For the 4th overall draft pick for a team that desperately needs high-level talent, Omar Cerna is a terrible risk. He's got huge amounts of upside, but he has very little floor. I don't think it's something I'm interested in. Caleb Wing is a pretty good pitcher. He's got a nice mix of pitches. He's a little bit greedy. Good control, good at keeping the ball down, good stuff. I don't hate Caleb Wing, but I think we can maybe do better. Miguel Sam Jr. is a hard pass. This is way too limiting. Sean Gamble. He's okay. I mean, there's a world in which he plays meaningful innings for the Colorado Rockies. He's got tremendous makeup. He's a good, hardworking kid. He just doesn't have very much upside. I like Cam Cannarella, actually. What I like about him, a couple of things. First off, he's got a really good skill set. He's got elite bat-to-ball skills, and he's also got doubles power. This is quite tasty. This is very good. He plays very, very good defense. He's very fast, and he's got a good work ethic and doesn't cost very much money. Cannarella seems like the choice to me. I will look a little bit deeper, but Cannarella's at the top of my board right now, my mental board. Jaden Stroman's really good. He's actually a really solid pitcher. I don't think he's worthy of a 4th overall pick. I don't think he's got that much upside. I do like Bremner. I do like Bremner too. Maybe he'll still be around later on. So, pure raw upside, it's Cerna. The problem is, this is a gigantic gamble. This is a huge gamble. Unlike Sean Gamble, who's not a huge gamble. He's just a decent-sized gamble. I think Gamble is the safest of the 3 picks. If it's between Cerna, Gamble, and Cannarella, Gamble is the safest. Gamble's skills will play, and we have a pretty good likelihood he's gonna stick at the major league level. There's a lot to like about him. Cannarella has a lot of value too. So let's think about this. Let's compare them side by side. Compare Cannarella to Gamble. Beautiful. How did you know who I wanted to compare him to? So Gamble has a much higher offensive potential. Like, it's a lot higher, right? Like, I'm not making that up. Gamble's just a better hitter than he is, except for the BABIP. Cannarella's better right now. That can't be discounted. And he's also much, much faster. Defensively. Defensively, they cannot handle all the different positions. Cannarella's a true center fielder. Whoa. Brent Doyle could always shift over to one of the corners and we could keep Cannarella. Man, my heart says Gamble, my brain says Cannarella. Man. The thing is, you played really, really well at Clemson. Like, fantastically well. And that definitely makes me interested in you. I mean, yeah, Gamble is playing well in high school, but he's also playing well in high school. I think it's Cannarella. I want to create some short lists here. This is going to be not draft picks. And then let me add you to not draft picks. And let me create draft picks. This is definitely a risk. The risk is mostly that Gamble turns out to be somebody truly special. But I think it's a risk I'm willing to take. Okay. I was hoping maybe Bremner would fall, but he didn't. So, say la vie. He's already had Tommy John surgery. That sounds like a terrible idea. It sounds like he's way too risky. Malachi Witherspoon. There's a lot to like about this kid. Like, there's a lot to like about this kid. I think I'm going to take a bit of a risk, and I'm going to grab Malachi Witherspoon. Done. It's former White Sox Colton Harmon. I think he's also a good choice. I don't want to go too heavy into pitchers, so my next player, no matter what's going to be the best hitter I can get. All right. Anthony Pack Jr. Tremendous center fielder. For a third round pick, he seems kind of underwhelming. Gavin Fian, not terribly interesting. Josiah Hartshorn, I at least like a little bit. I would take Mr. Hartshorn here. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Meet demand done. I think Stroman has fallen far enough that I'm going to take him at this point. I think he is worthy of a draft pick for sure. We're already, like, a lot of the great talent's already gone, so we're gonna have to get creative here. Matt Barr is a reliever. That's all I have to say about that. Will McIntyre is nothing special, but I think there's a lot of value in a pitcher who's almost already ready for the major leagues. I think getting a young reliever is going to help. Jaden Fauska is a decent all-around hitter. He's just maybe not an ideal catcher. That's okay. That is worth 700 grand to me. Absolutely. Matt Barr's done nothing but slip at this point. I think he is worthy of taking now. Gotta go for some value here, right? Alright, let's look at the sortable list now. Because we're this late into the draft, where already most of the great players are already gone, we just need to find good potential, right? We need to find a hitter that's got crazy good hitting potential. Hi there. Jason Jones, welcome to the Rockies. Yeah. Sebastian Norman. Oh, he wants to get paid a lot of money? Okay. Any great batting eye guys? At least has some BABIP? Yes, Mr. Gage Harrelson. Let's do it. So I get pitching now. So one thing that we noticed earlier on is how little stuff my players have. We can find pitchers with good stuff. That I think is going to be pretty handy. Let's take Dylan Dubovnik, because he can play both positions. He's a genuine two-way guy. I'm okay with that. But let's look at pictures. Let's really look at pictures, right? Mitch Voigt, absolutely. Welcome aboard. Oh, sorry, I can't welcome you aboard. Now I can welcome you aboard. There's a board and you've been welcomed to it. Andrew Jacobs is... I think he's intriguing. I think there is something to like here, but I also think there's a lot not to like about him. I think getting a picture with Bad Movement is probably a bad idea, so let's grab Roman Kimball instead. I think that's an offer I can be a little bit happier about. Johnny Slavinsky, sure, we can go for that. Yes. Cooper Dossett, I think is interesting. I think he offers us something to pay attention to. Any really, really good control guys? Yeah, Austin Turkington. What a name. I know he throws really, really slowly. I'm hoping that he doesn't keep doing that. Keenan Ellerton, sure. Acceptable. Let's look at hitters now. We only have 3 spots left. Give me my batting potential, not this miscreant batting potential. Let's go for raw power. And let's snap up Aaron Downs. Let's grab Giovanni Colasante. And then we can pick up Brock Silvers. And that'll conclude our draft. Done. Alright, you've already been shortlisted. Let's get the top 5 picks shortlisted here. Remember, Hartshorn and Hartman were both selected by me when I played as the White Sox, so we'll want to compare how much better they do with me as the Rockies. We can definitely pay a little bit of money here. Cool. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna set you as a not pick, and we'll see how you do. Alright, let's look at the All-Star team. Probably Ryan McMahon is the only one that makes it, would be my guess. No, Anthony Molina made it. And Ryan McMahon. I had 2 All-Stars. Wow. I mean, Ryan McMahon is by far the better choice, but hey, I'm not gonna complain about it, right? 2 All-Stars is better than no All-Stars. That's what I've always said. I think Charlie Condon probably needs to be given some playing time here once the trade deadline happens. Let's just keep going for right now. I think where we're going to really struggle is actually building a bullpen. It's really hard to build a bullpen if you can't have major leaguers, so we'll have to see how that works out for us. Tyler Herb is out for 3 months. That's sad. That is a disappointment. Chase Dollander hasn't played. I don't feel comfortable calling him up already. Okay, let's quickly review the rest of the team here. Any promotions we should be taking here? Efrain Kubila can be promoted. That's on. Oscar Pujols can be promoted. Gregory Sanchez can be promoted. Oh, Efrain Kubila had already played? Oh, that's not actually a promotion, is it? A promotion would be like this. Yeah, because that's still Rookie League, right? Like, that's still, you did this in Rookie League. Okay. Canarella is going to start in A-ball. So are Witherspoon and Hartman. Will McIntyre, who I just drafted, I think he automatically starts in high A. He's 24, right? I think it's reasonable for him to be able to handle A-ball. Voigt goes to A-ball. And so is Jason Jones. Okay. Let's look at A-ball now. Tommy Hopfa can be promoted. LeBaron Johnson Jr. Wilmans Paulino. Nolan Clifford can be promoted. Mendez. That's it. Kalaz gets promoted. Brecht gets promoted. Montgomery, I think, probably goes right to AAA, but I think he can at least hang in AA for a little bit. Brito, Herrera. Okay. Krasaki gets promoted. I'm not convinced about Palmquist yet. I think Palmquist needs some more time in AA. He's actually pitted AA a few times. Maybe I guess we do promote him just because I think he has to do it at this point. Jack Mahoney wouldn't have a ton to talk about there. Okay. Is anybody just like garbage tier? Is anybody utterly hopeless? I mean, Braden Ward's one saving grace is the fact he's kind of competent at defense. But does anybody want Braden Ward? Is this a guy that people are going to be like, oh wow, Braden Ward's available? What an amazing bargain. Probably not. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and add a couple players to the trading block. We're gonna add Marquez and Freeland to the trading block. Even though I have zero delusions about whether anyone will take Freeland, they might go after Marquez, maybe. Doyle, you're fine. Gabriel Hughes can just go to the minors, I think. I think I maybe don't worry about that. Oh, I never did add a starting pitcher to my roster, did I? Concerning. I mean, Blaine Enlow is the least terrible choice here, so I guess I go with him. And then I guess Mr. Lugoski gets his rotation spot back, I suppose. Somebody's got to do it, right? Thomas Hatch is an illegal trade target, so no thank you. All right, so the trading deadline free is going to be very interesting because I just don't have that much to offer. If we offer up Marquez, what do we got? Anybody want Marquez? No. And that's our problem, right? I don't really have the kinds of young fungible assets that people get excited about. I think is everybody else is going to have former major league experience, which means I can't acquire them unless that entire experience is with the Rockies. Bummer. I think there's nobody here that's that interesting. I think we just probably skip right to the end of the deadline. Building up a bullpen is going to be hard. Maybe very hard. I'm being offered something, being offered Griffin Jacks, who I can't have. Braxton Fulford. I actually like Braxton Fulford a fair bit. I don't want to trade him. And Junior Garcia here isn't that interesting, so I think we just politely reject your deal. And end the turn. Damn. So that's a not very interesting trading deadline, was it? I think we're really going to struggle to be able to make consistently quality deals because of our self-imposed weaknesses, our self-imposed restrictions are going to make it really hard for us to be consistent. Amador got better, Tovar got better, Shunk got better, Ritter got better, Palmquist got better, Antoine Kelly got a lot better. He added a new pitch. It's exciting. Warming Bernabel got better. Cole Carrig got better. Yanquiel Fernandez got a little bit better. That's pretty exciting. Jordan Beck got better. A lot of people got better. I also like to watch for awards. Oh, give me my entire organization. I like to watch for awards and also promote people if they get awards. Because then it feels like it's just a nice thing to do for them. So, how are things looking here in August? I think there's good hitters on this team. I just think there's not very many of them. Um, but we are unquestionably better than we were at the beginning of the season. We're getting better offensively, but we're probably getting worse at pitching. It's impressive how many guys have ERAs in the fours. That's actually kind of shocking to me. But we certainly don't have a dominating bullpen. We do have a lot of depth in the lineup, which is kind of nice, but Koloska has been embarrassing. Um, oh, that's right. I did prom. I'm just gonna wait until September, then I'll call up Condon. Then I feel there's no real rush. Solo Martinez is gonna miss a week. That's whatever. I don't really care that much. I mean, we're bad, but we're not Miami Marlins bad, right? Brenton Doyle is rapidly developing a reputation, and it's a reputation I don't particularly care for. This guy gets hurt a lot, and that gives me very serious concerns. I think that means GJ Hill comes back. I know he's nothing spectacular, but I think he's at least acceptable. And I think maybe Amador gets his leadoff spot back. Is he totally helpless leadoff? He kind of is. Really, nobody's good at getting on base on this team other than Ryan McMahon. I guess it might as well be Amador. Right? Like, it doesn't really matter at this stage. We're just trying to get through the rest of the season. All right. Charlie Condon was promised a promotion, and that promotion is going to be forthcoming here, lickety split. What do we got going on here? Sean Bouchard is the best hitter in the PCL. I'm glad he's hitting well somewhere. Benny Montgomery is dominating Double A. Yeah, Benny Montgomery also has the possibility to be a center fielder, which makes him extra valuable. I think he is going to be playing in AAA now. All right. So, good for Zach Veen, actually. Nice. I mean, Zach Veen is actually playing at a fairly high level. He's certainly not a difference maker, but he's good enough. But unless Charlie Condon is hurt, yeah, he's got nothing left to learn. Really, truly, he's ready. So then the only question is, who does he replace? It's Starlin Thompson, right? Like, it has to be. It could also be Kokoska. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of... Okay, Sterling Thompson. Is there anything about him that is even a little bit interesting? Not really. I think it's got to be Thompson. I think Thompson has more time in the major leagues. Actually, Kokoska does. Either way, Thompson goes and Condon gets called up. And Condon immediately slides in and plays left field. Like, I genuinely don't know what else to do. We could bench Kokoska in favor of Zach Veen. I think that's fine. I think giving Zach Veen a little bit more playing time is an acceptable decision to make. This does put us in an awkward situation if we need a center fielder. I don't have one right now. I guess Kokoska learns center field in that case. I think Kokoska's maybe just not very exciting. I think maybe this team isn't very exciting. I mean, let's be realistic here. Personal message, we don't get to keep Sebastian Mormon. Oh no, anyway. So Kyle Freeland is going to miss the rest of the season. That's whatever. Oh, I did mean to actually call up a couple more players. I wanted to call up Fernandez and Beck. And we'll say Jake Madden, maybe? No, probably not Jake Madden. Probably Gabriel Hughes is fine. Yeah, I just feel like Jordan Beck is much more worthy to be a backup outfielder for us than Kokoska is. Yeah, I think we've learned a lot about certain players on this team, and I think what we've learned is that they're not worth keeping. Like, in an environment like Colorado's, if you cannot hit consistently, you don't have a very much value. Fernandez wasn't helpless by any stretch of the imagination. I think Fernandez is an acceptable player. I just don't think he's ready for consistent attention yet. I don't think that's a thing that he's interested in. Fernandez is going to slide in over here. Shunk is pretty bad at his job, so I think we take him off and add on Jordan Beck. There you go. Let's copy the depth chart and then paste it over to the left-handed side. There we go. All right. Montero, you son of a bitch. Personal message, we lost Luke Taggart and Hunter Omlid. Poor guys. Hey, Fernandez got player of the week. Nice. I've been eliminated from the playoffs. Oh no. Who could have foreseen such a thing? There goes Andrew Quezada, Trevor Boones, Carl Kaufman, and AJ Lewis. Legends to a man. The greatest players of all time. Maybe. And we're just going to go to the end of the playoffs. A Rockies less playoffs. What a heartbreak. I feel pretty good about this season. I mean, okay, I don't feel great about the season. We're better than the real life Rockies, so we have that going for us. Here goes Daniel Cope. I guess he couldn't. Nah, I'm not gonna. Cope. I was about to tell you that I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm too good for that. I'm not too good for that. We all know this. It's the Cubs and Dodgers versus the Rangers and Twins. Okie dokie. Jeff Criswell will be back in 2 months. What an amazing development. That definitely has an impact on my team's fortunes. We're going to do one last run of minor league promotions. And then we'll talk about how the team did, and then we'll close out for the episode. So, starting, hey, the Rangers won. Congratulations. Starting next episode, I'm going to try to give you a full season, off season, and start of the season, and see if we can make that happen. I mean, I probably can do better, but we lost the assistant GM because he retired. We have a trade proposal from the Toronto Blue Jays. RJ Shrek isn't terrible. I feel like Braxton Fulford is a little too important to me. What if I just gave you Ritter? That interests you? I think I'm fine with that. I think I'd rather have RJ Shrek, who's got a little bit of upside to him still. Plus the name is Shrek, which I think can't be understated. I think that's a trade that I can make. 100%. All right. So let's wrap. I have nobody in the top 10 people. Bummer. That's really fascinating to me. I drafted a lot of high caliber people, and they're just apparently not good enough, which is whatever, man. All right, Eric Veros has earned a promotion to low A. Carlos Franzulo isn't as bad as he looks. He had really good on base skills. The problem is it's a high offense league, so his numbers actually aren't that good. Allison Zacharias gets promoted. All the rest of you can do whatever. You get promoted. You do not get promoted. You get promoted. Unless the numbers are super eye-popping, I feel like one war is... I mean, you got fucking hosed, Dariel Garcia, and you're kind of a bad player anyway. I think we just tell you to depart. Like, if you're that terrible and you don't have some upside, I don't see the point in keeping you around. Anything crazy here? Tyler Hampu's 23 and can't hang in rookie ball. That's deeply concerning to me. I think maybe Tyler Hampu can find a new job somewhere else. I feel like Jose De La Cruz is gone. That's awful. Guerra and Ortiz can also take long walks off of short piers. Freites can find a new team. Lopez can go. Wow, that's like all of my catchers. That's really funny to me. All right. Cam handled himself in A ball. I don't think a promotion to high A is unreasonable. I think both of you stay in A ball. Luke Jouet gets promoted to high A. Cole Messina, I think probably... Yeah, he just goes up to A ball. I'm not going to overthink it. Blake Wright, I think, might be going back to rookie ball. Angel Jimenez, back to rookie ball. You can be promoted to high A. If a player has a really sensational season, I will let them skip high A. But it's got to be something really, really special. Tejeda, I'm just going to release you. Marcos Herrera, you're getting vaporized. Some other team can give you an opportunity. Eric Bautista is your first year in A-ball. I think a second year in A-ball would do you quite well. Yeah. EJ Andrews Jr., you're just departing. Darius Perry, no thank you. Taylor Aguilar, nope. Jose Torres, he's already 26. I know he's nothing special, but he at least performed well enough to at least earn a chance to play in Double A. Alan Espinal, I think, also can get promoted to Double A. This is the first time he hasn't hit in the minor leagues. I think we give him another year in high A, but his ramp is, I'm going to put him in the danger zone. Whoops, not that one. Remove. You're going to be in the danger zone. You're going to be somebody that I'm probably going to remove if you don't get better. You're now in the danger zone, Longwell. Mason Albright actually handled Double A last year. I think we just put him back in Double A. I know he didn't have a great season, but he's already proven he can kind of handle Double A. Jesus Rodriguez absolutely goes up to Double A. That's a given. Sean Sullivan can go to Double A. And Jaden Hill definitely goes into Double A. 100%. Brecht to Triple A. Kalaz, I think, for Pizza, just because of how young he is and because he wasn't that dominant. Chris McMahon gets promoted. Nomar Medina got his brains hammered in Double A this year. He's only 22, but I'm already deeply concerned about him. I'm going to let him repeat the league, but he's also in the danger zone. Then yeah, that's just about it. AAA, was anybody like a disaster area? Was anybody completely useless? Like below 1 win replacement is somebody that I very strongly consider to get rid of. Okay. So Bouchard and Carrig probably need to be promoted in the near future here. Let's talk about our actual Major League team. Let's talk about what went well, what didn't go well, and where we need to go from here. Always sorting by WAR. It's a great stat. A WAR on career. I'm about to say 17 WAR. They're making the greatest player in Major League history. This season is what we want. Interesting. So Drew Romo had a very, very good season, a sneaky good season, which I did not expect. He was base stealing. He definitely stole bases. Get rid of the caught stealing thing here. I don't need that. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. It also just doesn't help. There you go. Done. So yeah, Drew Romo had to have had a thoroughly outstanding defensive season. He was basically a little bit worse than league average, but if we look at his defensive stats, that looks pretty good actually. Maybe could have thrown more people out, but this is actually pretty. He's really good at framing. So he's an excellent defensive catcher, and that made him a star. Ryan McMahon was the best overall player. He provided some high quality offense. Nothing too crazy, but a nice bounce back from his last couple seasons. Actually, it's his best season in a while. Like, purely by WAR, the last time it was this good was in 2021. And he was still best. It's the best year of his major league career in point of fact, which is a fun little fact. Ezequiel Tovar was given a big responsibility, and he handled it fairly well. His batting lines concern me. I think he's got to push himself a little bit offensively. I need to be hitting in the 280 to 290 range, and I think it's something he can handle. I need to hit lots and lots of doubles. If he hits home runs, great. But I wanted to play great defense. I don't want to hit lots of doubles, and that's what I'm looking for. Defense was pretty good. Maybe not mega outstanding, but pretty good. Definitely defensive, different Gold Glove player potential. Oh, did I fix that? Did I correct the award names? This crucial thing. Options, here you go. Silver Slugger Award. Gold Glove Award. Ookie. Right. Back to the team. Michael Toglia had a pretty good season. Not a great one. One of the most consistent complaints I have about this team is that the team plays well, but not great. This is a decent season. Like, he had 23 home runs. He was a good bat in the heart of the order. Again, not very productive with his batting average. Amador, for a true rookie who barely played last season, this is fine. There's got to be more here. There's got to be a lot more here. But this is acceptable. Like, this is a good start to his career. And then we had a bunch of guys that just didn't accomplish very much. Elutris Montero really cooled off. Yeah. We've got to get better. We've got to get a more consistent offense. We have two consistent hitters right now, and Vermo and McMahon, with some other people a little bit below that level. We've got to kick that up a notch. We've got to be a little bit better for us to be in a really good spot. By weight of runs created, we had 3 productive hitters, McMahon, Toglia, and Hunter Goodman, which is pretty interesting. Remo a little bit behind. And then Jordan Beck kind of sucked, but Jordan Beck also barely played, so let's not get too hasty there. The pitching, I mean, German Marquez did good in his last season, I suppose. It's just a very replacement level pitching staff. Very few people stood out either positively or negatively. And that's okay. Like, I'm not complaining. By any stretch of the imagination am I complaining. I think given the impossible task of pitching in Coors Field, I think these people deserve plenty of credit. But I also don't think anybody covered themselves in glory this year. And I think German Marquez is going to enjoy himself with a different club. He's not coming back to Colorado. I just don't think he's got it. His hits per 9 were way down. His walks per 9 were pretty low. Strikeouts, not that impressive. I feel like he's trying to give me a hometown discount, and I just don't think he's that interesting. I don't think he's that useful to me. So I think we let him depart. So next season, it's going to be important that we find some good bargains in free agency. It's going to be really, really important that we pick up a high-quality international free agent or two. And I think we need to cry. No, we don't need to cry. That's silly. But we do need to think very cautiously about who we acquire. Building a bullpen will be challenging. Because I don't have free agents from the major leagues to rely upon, it's going to be a giant crapshoot. So we're going to have to be ready to cycle people in and out of the bullpen until they prove they can stick. Which is whatever. Shout out to Brent Doyle, who still had a pretty great season despite the fact he kept getting injured. That is concerning to me. He was a pound for pound one of the better players on the team, and he still wasn't nearly good enough. So that's why I'd see some improvement next season. Yeah. All right, that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this new series. Please remember to join me next Monday for the second installment, and of course, the White Sox series on Fridays. Until next time, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.